When I first saw the name of this city, I wondered how to read it, how to pronounce it. This city is not a tourist destination in itself, but when traveling through the so-called Moroccan Great South, you will pass through Ouarzazate willy-nilly. And while you are there, it would be worth seeing something, visiting some place. In fact, if it wasn't for the film industry, it would be a regular town somewhere in the south of Morocco, probably still without an airport and without a golf course. Hi, Sebastian here. Today I'm taking you to Ouarzazate, a city called Moroccan Hollywood. I will introduce you to 3 places to visit in Ouarzazate. I will show you what to expect inside, tell you how much is the entrance and how long it takes to visit each of them. I will start with the famous Atlas Studios, then there will be historic Taourirt Kasbah, and finally the presentation of the Cinema Museum. Here we go! Studio Atlas was established in 1983, a few kilometers west of the city of Ouarzazate. Since then, many famous film productions have been shot there, and the inhabitants of the region have found employment in the construction of sets, sewing costumes, and as background actors. Today, all the film sets used by Studio Atlas cover an area of more than 30 hectares. It is assumed that it is one of the largest in the world. Entrance to the Studio Atlas costs about €8 per person. The tour lasts about an hour and takes place in a group with a guide who often speaks several languages. During the walk around the main part of this Atlas studio, you will see various film sets, elements of set design and props. There is, for example, a plane from the movie The Jewel of the Nile with Michael Douglas, or the set of the Buddhist temple from the movie Kundun, The Life of the Dalai Lama by Martin Scorsese, and later used in the movie The Way Back. The great advantage of this studio is the variety of scenography. You will see there Egyptian decorations, Roman decorations, as well as those taking us to the biblical and medieval times. The abundance of various ready-made scenery is a great asset of Atlas Studio, both for producers and visitors. As we walk around, we can see how and from what the decorations are made. which look completely different in reality than on the screen. Certainly, a visit to this place will be a feast for lovers of film and cinema history. In the description of this video, you will find a list of the most famous productions shot at the Atlas studio. Kazba Taourirt is real, and from afar it impresses with its imposing silhouette. After a partial restoration with the support of UNESCO, it is today one of the tourist attractions of the region. The Kasbah was first built in the 17th century, but was expanded in the 19th century when it became the property of the powerful Glaoui family. This fortified residence was built of rammed clay soil, and it is a fine example of the traditional architecture of the Moroccan south. Geometric decorations cover the facade of the building. There are also turrets, fairy tale bay windows and small windows with sophisticated wrought iron bars. In the courtyard there is a historic croup cannon. At the end of the 19th century, Sultan Moulay Hassan gave it to the Glaoui family out of gratitude for his rescue from a massive snowstorm that surprised him while crossing the mountains of the High Atlas. At the time, it was the unique cannon in Morocco outside the Sultan's arsenal. As I prepare this material, the most interesting part of the Kasbah is undergoing restoration. I hope that the work will soon be completed, and then the most magnificent interiors, whose walls are covered with stucco and mosaics, will be available again. In the meantime, I'm showing the part of the Kasbah that is currently open to the public. Visiting the Kasbah costs about €2 per person and takes up to 1 hour. A guide can be hired on site for an additional fee. The third place worth seeing in Ouarzazate is the Cinema Museum. It is located across the street opposite the Taourirt Kasbah. Admission costs around €3 per person. Opened in 2007, the Cinema Museum is housed in a former studio built by an Italian film production company in the early 1980s. At the time, it was primarily used to shoot iconic biblical productions. Walking around the museum, we discover various old film sets, props and cinematic equipment. In most of the places, visitors are encouraged to take photos with. Next to some of the props, there is information on what productions they were used in. There are rooms presenting costumes and film equipment. The museum covers an area of 2 hectares. Even though it is rather simple, it is still a valuable complement to a visit of the Atlas studio. I sincerely recommend to all film lovers this often underrated place. This is how the museum presents the history of cinema in Ouarzazate and the iconic productions that were shot there. This was a presentation of 3 places to visit in Ouarzazate. You can watch this video in French or in Polish because all the videos I make, I record them in 3 different languages. I encourage you to watch my other videos, always with useful travel tips that will help you spend your time even better in unique places. Please leave a comment, thumbs up, and if you wish to stay up to date to this channel, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, I wish you very happy travels and see you soon.